I'm so glad you described the need to maybe for the pendulum to swing back a little bit more, because sometimes I worry that in the midst of the rise of populism, which I know you've written about and talked about, and the reevaluation of the role of the state in productive activities, I sometimes think we are forgetting the timeless and universal power of markets.
Yes.
And I'm worried about that. And I think that's what you're saying, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want you to share with us your thoughts on that.
So, I guess this thing about populism, right? I mean, so populism can rise in a lot of places, and it really doesn't change the world that much.
Right.
When it happens in a big economy like the United States, it changes the world.
Right.
Okay, so I think it's very important to see what's the reason for that here.
Yeah.
And I think that when you look at that, you sort of say, all right, really it has to do with the two biggest economies in the world now, the U.S. and China,
Right.
and their relations, okay? And I think one has to look to see whether or not these relations were sustainable in a sense. And I think the answer clearly is no.
Yeah.
So then the next question is, why did we get to this point where it required such a something that looks like a rupture? And I would say that's where that's where international institutions like mine, the World Bank, the IMF, the World Trade Organizations, I think that we didn't see all of this coming.
Yeah.
I don't think we did enough to make sure that things stayed on a stable, sustainable footing.